this one's definitely all about style over substance, but this D2 relic can actually do over 160,000 per hit, offering some excellent high burst DPS. The Worldline Zero Exotic Sword didn't get any Arc 3.0 love unless you look in the right places. Its style is speed, and Arc 3.0 definitely has the need for it, so here's the fastest hunter build in 3 minutes or less. Worldline Zero used to be a speedrunner's dream until recent times, but despite it being somewhat forgotten about, it's still incredibly fun to use and absolutely can pack a punch. It's as unique as they come, combining the insane DPS potential of your favourite spin to win swords with a speedy blink teleport into battle, taking your enemies by surprise, all tied up nicely into the Tesseract intrinsic perk. This can do immense damage on its own, and even though it has some excellent build crafting potential, it actually has some slept on perk synergy itself. It's the only sword that has this unique perk combo, with Tireless Blade granting ammo for multiple heavy attack kills, which given you only use free ammo for Tesseract. If you do manage to take out a group of enemies, you might even get more ammo back than when you started. Then you've got Assassin's Blade. This is a 15% damage increase and will stack with all manners of buffs and debuffs, but it mainly makes Tesseract more potent. As you can see, it's probably better now than you remembered it was, but now we've got the added speed boost from Arc 3.0's amplified ability, making Tesseract feel even easier to proc, especially if you have the catalyst, and you can then also combine it with the style boosted Arc Strider Hunter Blink. Better players than me can probably make this work way easier, but a blink into Tesseract and then a final blink will cover some crazy distance in an instant, all whilst having the potential to deal excellent high burst damage too. The Arc 3.0 kit really allows you to turn up the dial with this build, especially as you're constantly launching yourself at multiple enemies in the trenches. Spark of Resistance is going to add to your survivability when surrounded by enemies, and the Spark of Discharge will also have a chance to create ionic traces on final blows with Worldline Zero. This makes using this exotic sword even more viable, and now it's time to increase its potency. The combination of Flow State and Lethal Current don't have much synergy with this sword, but the Infinite Dodge melee combo can set you up to create a ton of easy elemental wells with Melee Well Maker, and it's these wells along with elemental armaments and the Font of Might that will get you a consistent 25% weapon damage boost for your favourite arc weapons. But that's not all, because to really bump up the potency, the combo of Elemental Charge and Lucent Blade is where it's at. This grants a whopping 35% damage bonus to swords for 6 seconds when charged with light, which does stack on top of Font of Might. The best thing is your enemies won't see it coming, and combined with the Spark of Shock to jolt targets along with the Pulse Grenade, your enemies will be gone in 60 seconds too. Do the ultimate spin to win flex on your enemies with Raiju's Harness and the Arc Staff Super, which lasts for literal days for some extra bonus style points. But if you're more serious about endgame instead of being ridiculously good looking, chuck Worldline Zero into this invisible Arc Hunter build.